Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips, and today is Friday. It is August 11th of 2023. I am up here in the rooftop garden again, so please forgive me for the wind. Next time I come, I will make sure that I bring my microphone with the little wind thing on it, and so I apologize. I want to start off by inviting you to please subscribe to our channel. Would love to have you here with us, and I honestly believe we need to have you here with us. So hit that subscribe button, and if you hit that little bell next to it, you will get a notification every time we put out a video or go live so that you don't miss anything, because you're going to be want to be part of all the fun that we have here. Also, if you would please give this video a thumbs up, that would help me out as well. So thank you very much. Let's go ahead and start off with a quick update for Hawaii. Norwegian Cruise Line has their Pride of America ship, which, if you are not aware, she is actually an American flagged cruise ship, which is very extraordinarily rare, and she sails around the Hawaiian Islands. So if you want to sail on the Pride of America, you fly to Hawaii, get on the ship, take a beautiful cruise, and then you fly home again. It works really well for people that do not have time in their schedule to take those extra sea days to sail over to Hawaii and back again. Now, because of the fires there on Maui, Norwegian is not going to be calling in Maui. They are going to go ahead and change. They have said they are going to either be doing overnights in Hilo, Hawaii, or on the island of Kauai in Nauwili. Hope I'm saying that correctly. They are also going to be doing some scenic cruising along the beautiful Nepali coast there in Hawaii. So it sounds like they're making changes already, and that's for at least the next 3 cruises. It'll be really interesting to see how quickly they are able to recover there in Maui. Our prayers are with them as they try to recover and be able to get their tourism going again, because they are surely going to need that as they look to rebuild there. And so that is the update there. I'm sure that we will hear from a little bit more from Princess as the days go by, as more cruise lines are set to call there in Hawaii, and what they choose to replace that with. Right now, the Emerald Princess was replacing the call in Maui with a call in Kona. So that's what we know about Hawaii right now. And also in Alaska, it sounds like all of the floodwaters there in Juneau have receded to the point that everything is running as scheduled there, which is great news. When you go on your cruise and you've got your plans set, it's really nice to be able to get to go ahead and enjoy them. Now, it's really important that we talk about insurance. If you have been with me here for a while, you know that every once in a while I bring up insurance, and it's really because I think it's so important. If you're new around here, and especially if you're new to cruising, when you go on the cruise, you have the opportunity to buy insurance with the cruise line, or you can buy a travel policy from a company that offers travel insurance. Either way, I personally think that it is really important to have travel insurance. It covers you both for the cost of your cruise, well, depending on the policy you get, but you have the option to be covered for the cost of your cruise or a percentage of the cost of your cruise, as well as for any like accidental, medical, ship evacuation, chart fees like that can really be astronomical. So I want to, this is extra on my mind today. We've got Let's Go family members who are not able to go on the cruise that they had planned to go on because of a medical emergency. If they hadn't had insurance, they would have lost all of the money that they paid for an expensive cruise. So keep that in mind. And also, sometimes things happen when we're on the ship that you would never imagine. So it's just good to have that coverage. I know that when you are saving up for a cruise or thinking of how you want to spend your money, it can sometimes seem like that's just another line item, another cost, and what are you really getting for it? I just want to put it out there that if you are a very risk-averse person, you want insurance. If you don't mind risk and you don't mind using your money for things like that, then that's your choice. But I just feel like it's important. Just a little public service announcement to remind everybody that it's really important, and it covers a lot of things that you don't expect happening in life. And I think it takes away a little bit of stress when those things do happen, that you've got that as backup. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you about super fast here is passports. Then we're going to talk about bucket lists, because I have a new thought on bucket lists, okay? So with passports super fast, I have seen a lot of discussion in the last couple of weeks on different forums, on different Facebook groups about passports. It seems like a lot of people think that when you sail on a closed loop cruise, they call them, out of the United States, that's like round trip, like round trip LA down to Mexico and back, round trip Seattle up to Alaska and back. Same with the Caribbean, same with your New England cruises, that you can get away with just your birth certificate and your government issued ID, a photo ID. You can. You need to have both of those. It has to be a certified copy of your birth certificate, and your actual government issued photo ID is the best, and if it's a child, a photo ID otherwise. But be aware that if anything happens to you and you cannot come back home on the ship, whether a medical emergency for you, or say you're on the ship and there's an emergency and you wish you could get off and fly home, a million things can happen and you can't. If you end up having to be, for example, get off the ship in Mexico for medical care, for example, and you can't be back on the ship to go back, then you have to go through a whole big process to get back into the United States again. You can't just book a plane ticket and go home. So I think that's really important to know when you actually board a cruise that way. The cruise lines really don't like people going without a passport. You actually have to sign a form. It's a waiver saying that you realize that if something happens, that you can't just get right back in super easy, okay? There's a lot of red tape to go through. So I feel like I just wanted to let you know that. And if you're going to do that, do it with your eyes wide open. I know passports cost money, and you have to wait for them. So if you're going to go, go ahead and get a passport now. Then you'll be ready, because you never know what wonderful opportunity is going to come along. Along with that, let's talk about bucket lists. So we've talked about bucket lists here before, and to me, it's really important to have your bucket list. Like, really write it down, think about ways to get where you want to go, how you're going to do it. At the same time, though, with these fires in Maui and some things that are going on in other places in the world, I've decided that it is really important to number your bucket list and start off at the top with the place that you want to go most of all. Figure out how you're going to do that, and go there first. And so when I think of Maui, the fires that ravaged that island, Maui's not going to be the same again. They will rebuild because they're amazing people, but it's not going to be the same again. And so if you wanted to see Maui as it was and you hadn't been yet, you're going to get to see the new Maui. But I just wanted to put that out there because I am reorganizing my list a little bit. I've looked at some cruises that I've got booked, and I said to Gordon, why do I have that booked when I would really rather do this sooner? And so I'm putting that out there for all of you. I've been doing a lot of thinking about that myself, and I would really like to hear what you're thinking about with your bucket list, as well as tell me if you have a passport and if you travel with it, how it's gone for you going with or without a passport. Let us know, so that whatever anyone chooses to do, they are well informed on it. And as far as bucket lists go, I would love to hear where is on your bucket list. If you can take a cruise to get there, if you've got that cruise booked to go to a place on your bucket list, and where you want to go most of all, because sometimes we get the very best ideas from each other. So I'll look forward to reading those. This evening, Gordon and I are not going to do our live because I am still here in Boston. But on Monday night, we are going to do our live, so get ready for lots of fun, bring your questions, and come for a really fun time talking about cruising. And I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.